Hello, I'm glad to be with you again today as we look at Luke chapter 9. As we're going through this chapter, we realize that Jesus is just bringing his disciples along. You know, I'm just a simple follower of Jesus Christ, pretty much taken out of the obscurity of a small coal mining town in Pennsylvania and just said yes to the Lord. And you have that same story as well. You know, we all start out just as a child and we carry a lot of that child within us, and yet there's one thing that we did that changed the course and direction of our lives. And that is, we aligned with who Jesus is. We asked a very simple question. Jesus came to his disciples one day and he said, "Who do men say that I am?" In other words, he's saying, you know, what's the word on the street? What are they saying about me? And some of them said, well, some say you're Elijah. One of you will, others are saying you've risen from the dead. You're one of the great people of old. But then finally, it says the disciples came to the confession to Jesus and they said, "You're the Messiah. You are the Messiah of God." Not a Messiah, not a messenger, not a great man among many, but they're saying you are the anointed one. You are the one that all the prophecies have been talking about since the very beginning. And Jesus said to them, this is so amazing. He said, don't tell anybody. You know, he's just saying to them, I'm not out here to brag. I'm not out here to promote myself. Because at this stage in his ministry, he's telling them, I've got to suffer a lot of things. And he's letting them know that you're going to suffer as well. He's saying he's going to be rejected by the impressive people that are out there, by the religious people. He's going to be crucified. He's going to die. And the disciples, though, that confession of who he is, the reality of who Jesus is, caused them to say, Lord, ultimately, whatever the price is, I'm willing to follow you. They actually, all of them, ended up really laying down their lives, giving their lives, facing all kinds of imprisonment and persecution. So it just reminds me today, I've got to settle the issue in my heart. Who is Jesus? When I have that answer, I'm going to be able to live for him. Yeah, these disciples would end up, when he was being crucified, they would run away, they would be ashamed, they would be afraid, they'd go out on their own. But ultimately, they had settled in their heart once and for all who is Jesus, the Messiah, the Savior of the world. And when push came to shove, though they made many mistakes, they ended up landing right in life. So let's hold on to our confession today. Remember who Jesus is. He's our personal Lord and Savior. There's none like him. There's no other name under heaven given among men whereby we can be saved. So let's resolve to follow him with all of our hearts. Let's bear any shame and reproach that comes with that. And let's decide and know that the true followers of God, the true fulfillers of purpose in this life, are those who hold on to that very simple thing. Jesus is my Lord and Savior.